Would you believe me if I told you that every time you go to throw a lean cuisine in the microwave or grab a sip of that hot water bottle that's been sitting in your car for days, that you could be possibly increasing your chances of getting cancer? Well, would you? We should decrease our use of plastic products that are susceptible to heat exposure because of their positive correlation with causing cancer. Now I'm going to tell you about why heating up plastic products is really bad for you, what foods are the worst as far as exposure to toxic chemicals, and what foods you can actually eat in order to decrease your exposure. So let's talk about the main culprit, BPA. BPA is a chemical that's used to harden plastics. It can be found in things such as bottles, electronics, eyeglass lenses, children's toys, plastic containers that frozen foods even come in. It comes in everything. Phthalates in combination with BPA are both toxic when you're heating up things in the microwave. Now, William Kopp, who's a writer for the Omega News, wrote an article called Microwave Madness. And in his article, he talked about the electromagnetic waves that go through your food as you heat it up, and the particles just move around and heat up due to the radiation. Good Housekeeping also wrote an article last week actually about the harsh effects that BPA has on people. It decreases your sperm count, it messes with your hormones, it can cause obesity, it can cause diabetes, it can decrease your vitamin levels, cause reproductive abnormalities, and even cancer. BPA has all these harsh effects, so why would you want to eat foods that you know could be harming your body? So let's look at some foods that are harming your health. Acidic foods such as tomatoes and fatty foods such as gravies, when heated up in plastic containers, have really high levels of BPA that are released. Also, other canned items such as chicken soups and raviolis, when heated in plastic containers, also have toxic effects as far as BPA is concerned. If you reach a boiling point in the microwave with any of these products, any kind of thing in a plastic container, your BPA exposure increases 55 times as it would just heating up a regular plastic thing in the microwave. And we've all gotten takeout and eaten it and reheated the next day for leftovers. Every time you heat up that plastic, the BPA just keeps increasing. It doesn't just go away. And we all, for convenience factors, we've all done the TV dinners. Not only should we not be eating those because of the BPA contents that you're exposed to, but also they're awful for you. You have a plastic container, and on top of that plastic container is another plastic seal, so all your BPA is just trapped right in that package, going straight into your food. And let's face it, a mom who's trying to feed her starving, screaming child is not going to be worried about the BPA levels when she's just trying, or she wouldn't even think about the BPA levels when she's just trying to get the baby to stop screaming by heating up a bottle in the microwave. So what foods should you eat to play it safe? Good Housekeeping suggests eating fresh fruits and vegetables. As long as you're not microwaving them in a plastic container, you'll be fine. No BPA will be released. So a diet full of fresh fruits and vegetables is good for your health. The National Institute of Environmental Health Science is taking some action towards this BPA problem, and they've actually started making bottles that say BPA on the bottom of them. This bottle actually, you can't see it, but it says BPA free. So they are taking some action. They're not that worried, but they're starting to do it slowly. Some frozen foods now actually say microwave safe, and although this doesn't mean they're fully BPA free, it does mean that they have lower effects as long as you're not using them in abnormal doses. If you do use these products, you don't want to reheat them. The plastic containers actually say good for one-time use only. It would be easier if we could just get rid of all plastic and get rid of all microwaves in general and just use glass, but unfortunately sometimes it's not that convenient. So if we do use these products, just be smart about it because it's also good for the environment. We should reduce our intake and usage of plastic items that get heated up. Now that you know why plastic being heated up is bad for you, the foods you should avoid, and the foods you need to incorporate more into your diet, there's no reason for you to ignore the problem. I'm not asking for you to go out and protest all plastic, but knowing about awareness is half the battle.